Today's a big day. We got to load the rocket into the C-17 and tie it down and transport for the UK. Just getting things ready now. There's a few inspections we got to do here this morning.
It's still nerve-wracking. I'll be a little more comfortable when everything lands over in Cornwall. This is a big step.
Standard practice to have the flight dynamics team make sure the rocket was in a good dynamic envelope during transport. So that's why I'm pulling the data.
Yeah, there's a little bit of motion. The rocket sits in a cradle here and it's on a spring suspension, kind of like your car. And when it transports, it moves up and down. You got the experts out here this morning that are knowledgeable about that component on the rocket, and they're doing some inspections and assessing it.
So we woke up early, we got out here early, come out, check on the rocket. It starts quiet as everyone's waking up, getting on with their workday. And then the activity kind of increases throughout the day. It's a combination of a lot of ambient background noise with aircraft engines and powered units running, but also truncated by the short bursts of directions from the people running the operation.
If you could bring that, we can wrap these.
So it's this combination and cacophony of sounds, and the end result is, loading the rocket onto the C-17 successfully, which makes for a great day.
So this morning when we arrived, the rocket was on the K-loader. The RAF had built up a pallet to give us a buffer for our suspension to be able to clear the fins for any suspension travel. The rocket on the pallet is actually taller than the door by about an inch.
They managed to get the fins inside. There's a plug on the top that's a little bit close, but they're keeping an eye on it. It looks like we might be good to go.
They did kind of like 2 steps where they lifted it up, moved closer, lifted it up, moved closer, and they were able to translate the rocket's pallet into the plane.
I'm very much looking forward to flying on the C-17 with the rocket. The Royal Air Force has been greatly accommodating, so has March Air Reserve Base. Nothing but professionalism and great help from all those guys. The rocket is on the C-17 and we're going to England.
Got the rocket inside, they got the strap where they wanted to, they got all their margins. The rocket's ready to go.
The day that everything arrived was a crazy day because so many things happened during that day. In the morning, we had the ground support equipment arrived on a cargo 747. It was a big operation to get those things out of the airplane. And then a couple of people arrived with the GSE. The flight crew took Cosmic Girl out on another training flight over the water. We got a lot done, a lot of training. We landed at our possible divert site in the event that something goes wrong, so we knocked that off of our to-do list. We landed back in Cornwall, and then later that night we had the C-17 arrive with the rocket. So 3 major operations happening in one day, and then all of a sudden everything is here and everyone is together. It was really an amazing day for us, and we're kind of all just standing around watching the rocket come off the C-17, feeling like this is actually happening, and it's finally gonna happen. We're all here, and it was such a cool day.
It is a pinnacle. It is a pinnacle, and stood out on the apron on Friday out there. The buzz from the company was huge. We mean business. We're here to do our first international launch. Really exciting, and I'm grateful to be part of it.
We feel a huge sense of togetherness finally being here. We've been pretty separated for a little bit because of the COVID pandemic. Some of us were working from home for a while. And at the beginning of this campaign, we had some people in Mojave, we had some people in Long Beach. But to really pull this off, we have to have a huge part of the team here on site. So at first it was just the flight crew and a couple of people who were here, and then the C-17 crew came in with the rocket, and the launch technicians came in, and the GSE came in, and now it's almost the whole team here. We still have a few more people we're waiting on, but it's really huge for us. Living so close to each other on the RAF base and going to work together every day for this one common goal of achieving this international launch mission.
I think there'll be a huge sense of accomplishment for the company once we've done this, not just for us, but Spaceport Cornwall, the UK Space Agency, Civil Aviation Authority who have regulated it. This is a first for a lot of people on many different areas. So the idea that we can go up there and accomplish a mission, it'll be great.
This is a big deal for all of us. We're starting to really feel it now that we're so close to launch, and that we're starting to get such amazing responses from everybody in town and from the locals here. So we're really starting to feel the excitement, and it's just going to be really, really amazing for us and for everybody here.
Yeah, Cornwall was talked about before I arrived here. You know, it was a dream of the company that we can show that we've got an orbital rocket, and then we can go international. And the plan was to do other international sites first, but frankly, credit to Cornwall here and the spaceport with everything they've done. You know, it was attractive to come here, you know, all the infrastructure that's been set up for us. But I feel like as a company, Virgin, we're in the right place now to do that first international launch with, you know, a good few launches behind us now.